What if I told you that the richest man in town begged for something money couldn't buy? Sounds crazy, right? But by the end of this story, you'll realize that every second you're wasting right now is worth more than a stack of cash. So stick around, because this story might change the way you look at your life forever. Ethan Brooks was the definition of success. At just 38, he owned a booming tech company in Seattle. His garage held 3 luxury cars. His penthouse overlooked the entire city. Every morning, his phone buzzed with million-dollar deals before he even finished his coffee. People looked at Ethan and said, "Man, that guy's living the dream." But they didn't know the whole story. His wife, Sarah, had stopped asking him to join family dinners. His 10-year-old son, Noah, quit inviting him to baseball games because Ethan always said the same thing. "Sorry, buddy. Maybe next time." And somehow, there was always a next time. One Friday afternoon, Ethan's assistant rushed into his office. "Hey, your son's championship game starts in an hour." Ethan barely looked up. "I've got a client meeting worth $5 million. Tell Sarah I'll make it up to him." His assistant hesitated. "You sure?" Ethan sighed. "Come on, it's just one game." That evening, Ethan came home carrying expensive gifts: a brand new gaming console, a signed baseball, the latest smartphone. Noah smiled politely. "Thanks, Dad." But his smile disappeared almost instantly. "I just wanted you there." Those 6 words hit harder than any business loss Ethan had ever experienced. Still, he convinced himself he was doing it all for his family. Months passed. Business exploded. Money poured in. Awards lined his office walls. Then one ordinary Tuesday morning, everything changed. While preparing for another presentation, Ethan suddenly collapsed. At the hospital, the doctor walked into the room with a serious expression. "Mr. Brooks, your heart condition is much worse than we expected." Ethan laughed nervously. "So, give me some pills." The doctor shook his head. "No pills can give you the years you've ignored your health." Silence filled the room. For the first time in years, Ethan had nowhere to run. After being discharged, he returned home. The house was strangely quiet. Sarah and Noah had gone camping for the weekend. On the kitchen table sat a dusty photo album. Inside were hundreds of memories: birthdays, Christmas mornings, beach vacations, school events. Every picture showed Sarah, Noah, friends, grandparents, everyone except Ethan, because he had been working every single time. Tears rolled down his face. He whispered, "I made millions, but I missed my life." Following Monday, Ethan did something no one expected. He walked into the office, gathered every employee, and announced, "I'm stepping down as CEO." The room exploded. People thought he'd lost his mind. One coworker even said, "Dude, you're walking away from everything." Ethan smiled. "No, I'm finally walking toward what actually matters." For the next few months, life looked completely different. He drove Noah to school, helped with homework, burned pancakes every Saturday morning, cheered louder than anyone at baseball games, took Sarah on simple coffee dates. Nothing was fancy, nothing went viral, nothing made headlines. But somehow, those ordinary moments became the richest part. One evening, Noah asked, "Dad, why are you always home now?" Ethan smiled. "Because I finally realized something." Noah tilted his head. "What?" Ethan looked at the sunset. "You can always make more money, but you can never make more time." Years later, when Ethan became an old man, people didn't remember how much money he made. His son didn't tell stories about expensive gifts. He told stories about fishing trips, backyard baseball, late-night talks, road trips, the moments his father finally chose to be present. And that's what people remembered. Not the money, not the business, but the time they shared.